Yo, Carl, what's happening? Oh man, it's gonna be a good one for you, man. so, so cool for sure. So check this out, man. Couple things. Brandon, what's happening? Straight up. So, man, couple things I've noticed. All these YouTube beef, man, foolishness, you hear me? It's straight up foolishness. Alright, so a combination of that, Country Ghetto was happening. So a combination of that plus, you know, people hit me up that I don't even know. Uh and, you know, they hit me up, what it say is how much money you make. Like, man, I don't know what kind of foolishness, some of these dudes up to. Man, what would make a man ask another man how much money they make? Like, I can't process that. I've never been around people like that. And I really don't know how to take that. You know, it's too many people. Men shouldn't be worried about another man's pockets. Period. Point blank. A man should not be worried about another man's pockets. So, for somebody to even ask that question, man, I don't even know how to properly process that. Yes, facts. None of your business. And Nathan, what's happening? So I've had several people be like, how much money you make? And I don't know how to Brad, what's happening? I don't know how to not be offended by that question. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and the reason I feel like a lot of these dudes on YouTube is beefing with each other is because they're so invested into what that other man has going on. So they so caught up and worried about each other to the point where they just sit back and they think about each other all day long, and they gotta just figure out how to tear each other down. Man, I don't know how these people grew up or the bro, I just realized don't even get it, you know. So while they sit back beefing with each other and got all this foolishness going on, I'm steady making moves, you know what I'm saying? And also, some of these people that's hit me up worried about what other people got going on, like, hey man, what you think about street code? What's happening? Facts, crabs in the bucket. You know, well, such and such is running this lane and this person got that and they making it work and all that. Man, listen, let me tell you something. Rich people don't have to tell you that they rich. You know they rich. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how they dress. I don't care about none of that. If you see their house and you see what they got going on, you already know they successful. They don't have to tell you that. They don't have to talk about it. They work show. So for a lot of people that's always got to say, I made this and I made that and I made this, it's hard for me to believe it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you can't make it, but when you always got to tell me how much money, well, not me in general, when you always got to tell people how much money you make, it's something wrong with that picture to me. Either you trying to sell me a dream or you the type of person that if you make a certain amount of money, that make you someone, or you know or are you just doing it to fit in? That's the only three things I can think of, you know. And some of these people got people so fooled to the point people just fall in them like they're gods. And even if that particular person is wrong about something, these followers ain't trying to hear it. They ain't trying to hear it. God said it, so I'm following. And you talking about a human person is going up and down the road in these trucks is their God. So whatever they God say is gold. Come on, man. This is foolishness to me, man. It's the craziest thing ever to me. And most of these dudes they following is really struggling, you know, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Most won't say what they net is. They ain't gonna say what they net is. They ain't gonna say. They gonna talk about growth all day long. Growth. And they operating cost is 90% of the growth. Jay, what's happening? Yeah, operating cost is 90% of the gross. So, you know, you ain't making that much money, but yet you bragging. And I'm not speaking on a particular person in general. I'm just saying like the internet in general. I'm just seeing so much from the internet, you know, everybody's arguing with each other and this person is better than that person and all this other foolishness that's going on. And one person think they know more than the other person. And, well, I made 7,000 this week. Well, I made 8. Well, I made 9. Bro, that's your business. Why is you on here with all this extra faking? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't putting that much money in your pocket, then why is you even talking about it? You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't putting that much money in your pocket. I don't care how many people get on here and lie and say they putting that much in their pocket. They lying. Period. They lying. Unless you're a specialized trucker. You know what I'm saying? Base finder, what's happening? Bass finder, my bad. Bro, unless you're a specialized trucker, that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? If you running over dimensional loads of heavy haul loads or, you know, hazmat, you know, you doing specialized trucking, yeah. But just being a general hotshot trucker or drive van, I'm not saying they can't make money. I'm definitely not saying that. But most of them faking. Most of them faking about they making all this money and that money every single week after week after week, as if we truckers don't have bad weeks, as if holidays don't pop up and then it shortens your week. You know what I'm saying? Ain't much freight moving on Christmas Day. Ain't much moving on Thanksgiving Day. You know, on holidays, people will get on here and they'll sell all these people a dream and say, oh, exact. That triads are called facts. People get on here and sell these people a dream and saying, oh, I make this every week and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And if you believe that, you are crazy to think that. Truckers are making money. But they ain't making no $1 million like they trying to pretend they making. You know what I'm saying? People get on here and say, yeah, I made $350,000 last year. You lying. Unless, like I say, unless you doing some specialized stuff or you running team and your truck don't stop or something like that, you ain't making it. Then on top of that, if that's your gross, your net is probably 125, possibly. You didn't net 350. That's a lot. So, man, I was just thinking about this stuff, man. That's why I made this video, because, man, it's way too much foolishness going on this internet, and this person worried about that person, and that person worried about this person. If y'all all eating and y'all paying your bills and take care of your family, why is y'all worried about the next person anyway? Hey, what's happening? Why is you worrying about the next person anyway? You know what I'm saying? I stay away from the foolishness because I ain't got time for it. I'm a real person with a lot going on, and my tolerance for foolishness is 0. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't deal with no foolishness at all. Like, I'm staying 100% away from it because I'm a good person, but I ain't with the BS either. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not with the BS. So, but man, I really wish people chill out, man. If it's a lot of money to get, and a lot of people could get money together if they're not at each other's throats all the time. You know what I'm saying? Get some people head up and jump into something and they fail or not doing their own homework. Facts. Stay small and keep it small. And you know what I'm saying? I got it. Like I say, I got good moves going on right now. I'm happy about decisions I done made and future decisions I'm making, stuff I'm working on right now for the future. But I'm not gonna get on the internet and be like, yeah, I got this going on and that going on, and I'm making this and I'm making that, and follow my lead and go broke. Cause it could work for you too. Like, nah, I'm not finna get on here. I'm not finna get on here with all that selling nobody no dream. My videos gonna be authentic. It gonna be to the point. It's gonna say, hey, I did this. Maybe it'll work for you. Maybe it won't work for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be straight up with you. I'm not gonna get on here and have you going to go spend all your money and go broke. Now you mad and you going to go tell everybody, man, I wouldn't do that if I was you. I wouldn't do that. Man, I appreciate it. I wouldn't do that if I was you. I wouldn't go lease on to this company. I would get my own authority. I would do this and I would do that and blah. Because it didn't work for you, don't mean, you know what I'm saying, it won't work for me. Just because you didn't like a particular company for a certain reason, don't mean I won't like it, because what you're trying to get out of the company may not be the same thing that I want out this company. You know what I'm saying? Some people may want more money. Some people might want more home time. Some people may want a good route. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has different desires. And if they quit trying to live this person's desires, I think they'll be a lot better off. But the thing is, a lot of people are weak. You know what I'm saying? They're adults, but the peer pressure get the best of them to the point where they like, man, I don't really want nobody talking about me, so let me just go do what he doing or she doing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are weak. They can't stand alone. You know what I'm saying? That's what they ain't talking about. You know, everybody has to follow the leader. Everybody has to run Amazon accounts. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta, whatever the case may be, everybody gotta do it because that's the wave, that's the trend. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. You know, I would run Amazon too if that worked for me. But I'm not just finna go do it because everybody else doing it. And that's the biggest problem on here. A lot of people are doing things because that's what everybody doing these days. Well, let me go buy me a box truck and then let me get on Amazon too because everybody else doing it. No, go buy you a box truck because you did the research and you feel like it would be a good investment for you. Don't go doing stuff because everybody else is doing it. You know what I'm saying? If you sit down and you did the research and you ran the numbers and the numbers work, then yeah. And everybody talking about the Blue Star. Hey, man, the people at the Blue Star eating. And if you look at the people at the Blue Star, they're still there. So that says a lot. When you talk to people and they tell you, oh, I've been with Landstar 15 years. I've been there for 20 years, 25 years, or whatever the case may be. That means a whole lot to me. That means apparently they doing something right if you got people sticking around. You go all these other trucking companies and the turnover rate, people quitting in the first month over and over and over and over and over. So if you got somebody that's been somewhere for a long time, that speaks volumes to me. It could be any company. It could be what the JB Hunt. It can be whatever. It don't matter what the company is. Oh, you been there 18 years? Okay, what do you like about the company? All right, let me do my research. All right. Man, all these people staying here, they must be doing something right. Let me go over here and rock with these people. That's the thing. A lot of people are not business minded. They'll just and this is the other thing. A lot of people are doing stuff for money. They're not doing stuff because they're passionate about it. Everybody want to make a quick buck. And then when things don't go the way they want it to go, they bash it. Like it's something horrible. You know, you were just stocking at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Now you're a truck driver. This ain't nobody in particular, I'm just speaking in general. Now you're a truck driver because somebody came in Walmart and you done talk to them and they say they making all this money, so you decide you want to go get your CDL and you're going to go make all this money. And when you realize that, you know, you didn't make all the money that you thought you was going to make, now you're like, man, I think I want to open me a taco stand up now. Yeah, I think I want a food trail. I think I want to start a lunch service. You all over the place because you're doing stuff for money. And that's your downfall. You know, stick with one thing. And it's multiple moving parts to this one thing you're doing. If that particular role you're doing in this one lane doesn't work out, try you another role. And then if that don't, keep trying to roll until you find something you like. Now, if you done tried everything you can possibly try and you don't like none of it, then the industry ain't for you. But try everything first before you say you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Too many people focusing on the glory and not on the story. Facts. And that's the same thing. That's the same thing, you know, with me. All right? Dirty Bro, what's happening? So, like my coworkers, you know, they like to just joke around and be like, oh, you making all this money, you this and that, blah, 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 right? Well, people see, they seen what I eventually had in the long run, like a total of 4 semis, and they see all this, and they see me at work on my computer and different stuff I'm doing, and payroll and everything like that. Well, none of them seen what I went through to get to that point. None of them seen the struggle, because I went through a lot. All they seen was walk by, stand over my shoulder, look down and be like, dang, you made $15,000? It was just today? Yeah, that's what they seen. They never seen that since from the beginning of me being in the business to now, with all the losses I took, I lost $500,000. They ain't see that. So, you know what I'm saying? I went through a lot of the tough stuff just like a lot of other people. Ain't nobody getting on here talking about that. Everybody talking about the glory, like Brandon said, the glory, not the story. You know what I'm saying? The people having you out here on a crash dummy mission, going out here draining your savings account, draining your 401k, and putting your family in a situation where y'all possibly lose y'all house because everybody out here lying. Man, quit lying to these people, man. Tell them, yeah, I made good money, but I lost this, I lost that, I went through this, I spent this amount of money, I only netted this amount of money, or whatever the case may be. Tell them the real. You know, just like a lot of older rappers like Pimp C and stuff was saying, yeah, we rap about selling drugs and all this, but also I was facing this much jail time too. And I went through this, and the police was always targeting me and different stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Good, bad, and ugly. You know? So now you give a person an opportunity to make a decision for themselves. Because at the end of the day, people are still making a decision for themselves, but you kind of boosted their decisions with your lies. You know, you lie to these people went out on a limb, and they went and spent all this money, and then everything went wrong. And now they selling their house, they selling their cars, they selling everything. You know, their household is split up because, let's say we're talking about a man. He's supposed to be a provider, protector. Now he can't provide, he can't pay bills, everything that went wrong. So now his wife done left him and everything else because of the internet. You know what I'm saying? These lies destroy households. So a lot of people need to chill out, man. Like, just being honest. Just chill and quit getting on these videos for likes and basically causing people to lose everything. And most people are not gonna tell you the truth. They want this illusion as if everything is perfect. And no matter how bad it is, I'm still making a whole lot of money. You know, I'm still putting hundreds of thousands of dollars in my account. But this is another thing I want y'all to look at. How many people out here talking about a retirement plan in trucking? You know, you can set up your own retirement being a truck driver. You can get your own insurance as an owner op. Yes, you can call insurance company. You can get insurance for a reasonable price or a cheap price. You know what I'm saying? All the insurance isn't high. You can get your own separate insurance. You can get your own separate life insurance policy. And if you managing your money right, you can take vacations. How many people on here talking about the vacations they've been on? Well, you know, I made this amount of money and this was my profit, and so I took the wife and kids on a family vacation and we doing this and we enjoying life. They ain't talking about it because a lot of them ain't making enough money to take a vacation. Most of them week to week, paycheck to paycheck, day to day, you know? So, man, I don't want to hear all the foolishness about all this money you're making because you're lying. Most of you lying, you know. Let me see the results. You don't have to show me your paycheck, but I want to see the results. Let me see, you know, your property. You know, let me see the land you bought. You ain't bought no land, huh? All this money you making, you mean to tell me you ain't bought no land? You ain't built no house? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Buy some creek down, and then now start renting out each storage door opener or whatever, the garage door opener for each storage bay. Rent that out and make some extra money off of it. Make your money, make you more money. But ain't nobody doing that because they're not business minded. Ain't nobody thinking about the future. They thinking about right now for like on a video. Come on, man. Listen, I ain't gonna talk about the moves I'm making. If you see it at some point, you see it. But if you don't, I don't care, because I don't need you in my business. All right? But like I say, with the money from trucking, you can put yourself in a really good position. You know, Slim Thug is an underground rap out of Houston. All right? He made a comment about he basically appeared to the world like he wasn't a big time rapper and he didn't really have much money. He didn't have nothing going on while everybody else that's in the spotlight getting all the glory. A lot of people know who he is, but he wasn't. XL was happening. He wasn't getting all the glory. But now, all those same people that was on and popping at the time, they all gone broke and nobody ain't talking about them no more. Now he's shining because he did a different business move. He didn't sell his soul. What he was doing, he owned his own masters. He owned his own everything. So now he's getting a check every single month. While those same people, they're not getting money anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're not. Just like NFL. You got people that actually invest because they get a retirement. You got people that actually invest more money into their retirement. So when I get out this league, I'm going to get a check forever. I'm good. I'm going to always be rich. And then you got the ones that spend everything they got. And then they fall apart. That's what's going to happen. And that is what is happening with a lot of these truckers on this internet. They shining right now. And then all of a sudden, you don't hear from them on YouTube no more. You don't see them anymore. A lot of them ain't got nothing going on because who they really are is showed. Rolling through Tennessee hotter weather. Yeah, you know, it finally showed. All that faking they was doing all this time, now it's done fell apart for them. Now you can't put on this fake image anymore because you have nothing to show for it. You know, I seen, Chamillionaire. Facts. Chamillionaire, I don't know. Chamillionaire might be pushing $1 billion now. Possibly. I don't know. I know Chamillionaire got into tech. He took his rap money, invested in all this tech stuff, and this dude is a multi-millionaire, probably close to a billionaire. I don't know. But it's a thing. This is the same thing with trucking. So much money come in trucking. I think if a lot of these truck drivers move their money around the right way, man, in 10 years, you ain't never got to drive a truck again. Ever. In 5 years, if you really know what you're doing. But you can set yourself up to where you never, ever, ever have to drive a truck again. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that a lot of people have a young mindset, like a young trucking mindset, not young like they're childish, but they don't have the mindset of putting themselves in a position to be successful in the long run where they don't have to work for their money anymore. About to get in the snow. I'm out on the snow. I hate the snow. I told Dirty Broke I hate the snow. Mitch, what's that now? Most people are workers and don't want to risk it out here. Facts. That's true. A lot of people are. But all the other people that's on the internet that's basically want to be the leaders or consider themselves to be the leaders on the internet, none of them are talking about what's gonna benefit them in life long run. Like I say, nobody on here talking about all this money you making. You mean to tell me you done made $180,000, $200,000 for the year, and ain't nobody invested in whole life insurance policies? Ain't nobody overfunding no policies? You mean to tell me ain't nobody invested in no alcohol? You know what I'm saying? You ain't nobody invested in no real estate? You know, you buying tires all the time. You mean to tell me you hadn't bought no shares in Cooper Tires? You know, you hadn't invested nothing? You hadn't bought no shares of oil or none of this? You spending all this money in this business, but you hadn't invested in nothing that you spent money on? Come on, man. This crazy. It's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me you spending all your cash out of your account and you don't have no fuel card where you getting discounts and saving yourself thousands of dollars? That's what you really out here telling me? You mean to tell me that your net was $60,000, $65,000 for the year after all your expenses, and you around here driving around in a $90,000 vehicle? Come on, man. Come on. That's your business, but you crazy. You crazy. But that's the internet for you, man. But yeah, man. That's pretty much all I had to talk about. The foolishness that's going on. Everybody worried about everybody. And nobody is talking about what's really gonna benefit them. Nobody's talking about how to properly grow your business. Nobody is talking about how to put yourself in a position to where you're presentable for shippers or brokers to give you more work. Nobody is talking about how to properly negotiate rates. Not price gouge, but how to properly do it based on your services you provide, you know? Because you provide a service. You can either provide a poor service or you can provide a great service. And if you provide a great service and you're reliable, and every time you pull up, your truck all shiny and washed up, and you put money into your business, people notice that, you know? When you pull up and your truck shining, your wheels shining, man, every time you pull up here, your truck look nice. Every time you pull up, you're on time. Man, I really like how you secured there low. You know, you got extra straps. Why you put the extra stuff on there? Because I want to take care of your product. You know what? I really like you. Look, I got a new lane that I'm opening up. Would you be interested in running from here to there? If it's moving this many times a week, and I'm willing to pay this amount on it. That's stuff fall in your lap when you doing what you're supposed to do. Good business 101, man. Y'all be easy. I'm going to holler at y'all.